Hey guys, different vantage point here. We're out in the garage. This will probably be a part of a whole bunch of stuff I'm showing you. Just haven't done a haul video in a while, and I want to show you guys some stuff. So probably a bunch of different clips of different things. This is a big lot of stuff I just bought. What you see here, those two buckets, all of that in the ground, the Magnavox Odyssey, and this big old Rubbermaid, what is it? I guess a storage container. All this was from the storage unit guy I buy from. Sorry about the motorcycle in the background you heard. He had a bunch of stuff, called me up. I hadn't seen him in a while because I was on vacation, and he said he wanted me to come out and take a look. This ended up being $400 for all this, which, you know, is quite a bit to pay, but there's some good stuff in here. There's some junk too, like looking at the games here, there's nothing special, but there's like 3 PS2s in there, there's like 5 Nintendo 64s scattered throughout, an Xbox 360, a PS3, there's another PS3 somewhere, there's a Super Nintendo, and there's a bunch of other good stuff. Harry Potter Lego set. This thing's full, it's got some Tamagotchis in it. Just all kinds. There's like a little sealed-in television handheld there. Kind of a bunch of stuff. I'm going to pull some things out to show you guys, but just wanted you to get a glimpse of this. This is what I picked up from the storage unit guy. Again, $400. I'm always paying. Oh, there's a ColecoVision in here, if you know a lot about video games. I'm always paying up for his stuff. He knows enough about it where I can't just, you know, pull the wool over his eyes or whatever, but there's always some stuff that I find that I can make pretty good money on. So just wanted to show you that way when I reference it later, you guys can see what it looked like. It's those two bins, the Odyssey, the games, and all this right here. That's the size of the tote. It's pretty big. It's actually a cool one. It's got a little lock. I'll probably actually use it to hold my son's like outdoor toys. I think it'll be pretty cool, but so that was a bonus. I'll pull a couple things out of here, not everything, and I'll show them to you hopefully closer up so you guys can see them. But I just wanted to show you kind of what it looks like when I buy it all. And honestly, I am not 100% sure what's even in here. I looked through as much of it as I could. It was starting to rain as well, and we kind of went back and forth on the price for a while. He wanted like $600 to start off, and then he came down to like $400 for one set plus $100 for the other, and we eventually settled. I wanted $350. Eventually, we settled on $400. So it'll definitely be a lot of work to sell all this. The video games alone should, the systems, assuming they all work, which is always a risk, they'll make all my money back. But there's a lot of little odds and ends, and some controllers that I'll be able to sell that I'll do pretty well on. So hope you enjoy, and hopefully there's more to show you guys scattered about a bunch of different haul stuff. So take care. Hey everyone, here's an addition to what you probably saw previously was the stuff in the garage. Here is a lot of stuff I don't think you've seen. These are Louis L'Amour leatherettes. He's a Western author. It's the Louis L'Amour collection. You can see a whole bunch from here. They're super nice. They're like leather-bound books by Bantam. I've known about these for a while, and actually I've sold some of his paperback lots. If you get a whole bunch of them for really, really cheap, you can sell them pretty well. But these ones do pretty well. I paid 50 cents each for these. Again, I don't think you've seen it. If you have, I apologize. I just listed them. There's 75 of them or 76 of them, something like that. And they had them listed at $1 a piece for all book. The lady was like, oh, I'm not sure if these ones apply for the $1 a piece. So I was like, okay, I'm waiting. And then she goes and asks, and then they said, yeah, they do apply for $1 a piece, and they're half off. And I'm like, oh, well, perfect. Oh, no, $2 a piece, sorry, and they're half off at $1. And I'm like, okay, perfect, so I owe you $76. She goes, no, let me count them. So she counts them, 76, and then she literally did the math. She goes, okay, 76 times 2, and then she goes, and then we divide by 2 for 50% off. And I'm like, what? She goes, yeah, $76, you're right. And I'm like, wow. She didn't understand that you could have just done $1 a piece and it would have been fine, but we had to go through the whole process of pulling out the calculator and doing the math. So it was kind of funny. She was an older lady, but she was super sweet, but it's like, really? It didn't seem that complicated, but obviously it was. But I paid $1 a piece for them, $76. Look them up. These sets, if you have a bunch of them, do really well. I got mine listed for, I want to say 500 and something, or best offer, free shipping. If I did ship them, I'd part them out into different boxes. I wouldn't do like 1 or 2 big ones. I'd part them out into many smaller ones because too much weight. One, medium mail is definitely going to get looked into when it gets to the post office. They have the ability to open it up. And the problem I've had is I think they've opened up some of my heavier packages and then they've not resealed them well enough because then they show up, you know, with stuff missing or the box broken. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'd part them out separately, like in groups of maybe 20 or so each, and do it that way to save and make them a little more protected. But really good. They do have somewhere you can see where they've just sat on a shelf and got a little dusty. Other ones look a little better. Overall, though, they're pretty good condition. Like I said, they're pretty, actually, he's a pretty good author for Westerns. Him and Zane Grey are pretty popular, so pretty happy with that. I'm hoping that I can get 400 shipped on them at least, paying $76, and I can walk away with 200 in profit or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. So this is one thing I found. Keep an eye lookout for these if you can. Probably going to be an estate sale or something if you find them, because they were a little expensive to purchase, and I don't really seem to find them at garage sales. But that's that, and hopefully there'll be some more here in a second. Hey everyone, here's in addition to the haul stuff that I got, kind of a mix here, a bunch of shoes and some video games. Some people are in the other room with my wife, so if you hear them or you hear my son make a noise, I apologize. I want to get this out there because most of it's listed, and the other set that's not going to be listed here pretty soon. I went to Salvation Army. Randomly, I don't usually go to this one because it's kind of gotten junky, but they had a deal. All shoes were $3 out the door. So, of course, I dug through these bins of shoes, and I found some stuff. I'm getting more into shoes. I've liked the money I've made on them, and pretty easy to ship. Not as many issues or not as long tail as a lot of the clothes that I'm selling. It seems like the shoes move a little quicker. So, here were some Crocs. They're like, I think they're like ballet-type flats almost. They're $3, size women's 9. Get this little like bow-type tie there. Paid $3. Already had an offer of like 15 or 17 on them. Probably should have taken it, the 17 if it was that, but got them listed for 25. I was hoping for like 18 or 20. Here's some SAS sandals, the tripod. The men's ones do really well. This is my second pair of women's. They're in really great shape. Again, $3. I'm open for 20 to 25 on those. Those should go first class. Here are some DC's men's. They're actually the 43 some, I forgot what it is. I don't know. There's a certain name for it. If you look them up on my store, you could see them. But these particular ones have like the Monster logo, the Ford logo on there. They have some wear to the side where DC is. You can kind of tell. I think they're a size 12. And $3 again. I saw a pair sell for like 50 or 60 bucks. About the same condition. So I'm hoping there's a little bit of a thread pull kind of right here. I'm hoping I can get like 45 on those, 40 worst case. These were some Skechers shape-ups. Size 3 though, smaller. Just pretty cool with the look, but they're probably not worth more than 20 bucks. So paid $3, we'll see on those. While I was there though, I was about to pay, and I saw these Allen Edmonds in the box in the glass case. And I asked the lady, I said, oh, does the shoe deal apply to the stuff in the glass case? And she goes, I'm not sure. Let me go read the sign. So she went and read the sign, and it said all shoes $3 out the door. Did not say excluded boutique or anything. So she goes, well, I guess we made a mistake, and we should have excluded that. So she gave me these for $3, and they had them listed for $125. So they were trying to sell them for $125 half off, but I got them for $3. Hopefully $50 there. Sorry about the breakup in the video, guys. My son called, so that's taken care of. I showed you guys the shoes. So $3. They had them listed at $125. I asked about it, and she gave them for me for $3. They're in great condition. Insides look pretty good. There's a little bit of wear to the bottoms, but I felt them. I don't see anything pushing through. It's not weak at all. Came with the box and the little slip covers for them, so super cool. The other shoes were not from the lot. These are actually a better deal. Paid $2. I don't think I showed these either, but these are Vans Iron Maiden. Like a Killers collab, I think is what it is. This is just some paper I had in there when I was taking the pictures. There's some Ware here. Again, I don't know if I showed these. I finally listed them. That's why they've been sitting on a shelf for a while. But Ware had an offer of 60 on them. I'd like to get 70. Some of them are going for almost 100. I think the high top ones are even better. But worst case, I think I can walk away with 60. Again, I paid $2. Lastly, these are some Indigo by Clark's. They're like clog, I think is the type of shoe. There's another name for it too. Honestly, they look kind of cool with the, well, not, I wouldn't wear them, but someone might. But kind of good, like embroidery looking on there. They were $10. I probably overpaid. I was at Goodwill and I saw someone sold a pair for like $40 or something, or 40 something, 45, and they took a best offer. And I was like, man, if I could get like 35 or 40, I could probably still ship them fairly cheap and make some money. So I bought them. I've had a couple watchers on them so far, but no sales. I'd like to at least get 35 for them, and I feel like I can still make 10 to 15 back, so happy with that. TDK 10-pack, paid $8 for that, plus tax at a thrift store. I think it goes for like 35 or so. So those used to go for like $50 on eBay. They've gone down. Probably on Amazon, still pretty good though. A Super Pro 1400 watt GE hair dryer. It's like brand new inside. Everything, a lot of it's still in plastic. The hair dryer was definitely taken out. I powered it up and it works well. Paid $3 for that. I'm hoping to get like 30 to 40 on it. So the box is real beat up, but the unit's great. These are cool. They weren't as cool as I hoped they would be, but something to look out for. These GM wax treated polishing cloths. They come in tins like this. There's other different years, so the style's different. They had the cloths inside. They were all rolled up, definitely used, but even used ones will sell. The problem was the cloths that were in there were not GM cloths. Someone had put other cloths in there. I could tell by the way they were. They had other makers' names on there and different stuff. So, you know, bummer, but is what it is. I paid $1 a piece for them, so $4. I didn't. It was raining at an estate sale, and I was trying to go quick, and it's like, oh, cool, the cloths are in here. I know these are valuable. So, because they sell for, sometimes they can go for like $40 for one of them if it's like in real great shape. So, I pulled the cloths out. I'm gonna see if someone might want the tins. Maybe they have a cloth, or they just want the tins for, because, you know, people decorate with all kinds of advertising tins, so maybe we'll still make money. But if you do find them at an estate sale with the cloth and it says GM in there, you're doing pretty well. These are a bunch of video games you probably saw in the beginning. Paid $75 for all this. It came with controllers, no system, zapper guns, different stuff. It's from a family friend. He had more games than this. We were going to do 100 for everything, but someone stole them out of his car. I guess he had the window rolled down a little bit and he forgot and went to bed. It was parked in his driveway and someone came by, and unfortunately where he lives, I guess, is a rough part of town, so someone stuck their hand through the windshield or the window and grabbed some of the games that were in his chair, because they were kind of like piled up, and I guess they could reach, he said, like 10 or 12 of them. So he couldn't remember which ones were gone. Hopefully it wasn't rare ones, but I ended up paying $70 for all this. He needed some money. There's definitely a good enough for me to make money here, but it's not as great as I was hoping it would be. Mega Man's the best game, probably $50 there. Dragon Warrior, not worth a whole lot. Golf, no great there. Spy Hunter, I think Kung Fu will still sell, but not great. Jaws is not great, so that stack, not a whole lot. This is like a $10 game. Bionic, I don't remember this one. Let's look that one up. I have this Ninja Gaiden or whatever, and the second one, so I'll lot those together, maybe get 20 on those. Contra is pretty good, goes for like 25. Renegade's not that great. Pretty sure Turtle sells for 10 to 15. This is like a $5 game, $5 game, $5 game, $5 game. I think Hubert sells for like 10. This is a pretty cool game. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, that probably goes for over 15. Another good one, Metroid, sells pretty well. There's another Ninja one. Battletoads, I think, is like 18 to 20 bucks. Donkey Kong Jr. Arcade Classics will sell well. Super Mario Brothers 2, 3, and there's the Duck Hunt one. I'll lot those together, probably get 45 or so. I don't think those ones are really anything great. Pro Wrestling, I don't think is great. This one's not that great. Simpsons, I don't think. Glove Ball, no. There's that Duck Hunt one, and then an extra copy of Super Mario, which I think goes for like 15. So, definitely good enough to make money on. Mega Man alone is like 50 bucks or 55 bucks. I might even be able to get 60. I didn't look the comps over too well. And then Contra, the Mario games, Battletoad. There's enough for me to at least double my money plus sell the other games for 8 to 10 or lot them together in a big lot and make 20 bucks or something. So pretty good. The cool thing was he told me he has a bunch of sealed toys. He was a toy collector for a while and he's trying to get rid of them. So hopefully it'll end up being a pretty good situation where I can buy more stuff from him. So I was happy about that, and hopefully I'll have some more stuff to show you. Hey everyone, back with another part of the haul video. My son's here with me, the little one. I'm holding him with one hand, video in the other, so bear with me if you hear him, and it might be a little shakier than normal. So the stuff we got here is, these are Joy Hakeem books, 5 more of them, 5 through 9. They were $1 a piece. I recommend you look out for these. A whole set can get you like 60 to 80 bucks usually. Sometimes even more if you just get lucky, but there were 5 of them here for $1. That's a great deal. Happy about those. These shoes right here, these Allegrias by PG Light. I bought these all in Florida, 20 bucks, but I got 15% off, I think. Yeah, so I paid up for them, but I'm hoping to still get like 50 bucks. Someone sold some for like 60 something, so pretty cool. Here's a Rival crock pot. Came with the power. I usually sell this particular lid for like 25 bucks or something like that. And then I should be able to sell that for another 15 or 20. I think I paid 9 on it, which is more than I wanted to, but I was like, hey, I get 2 pieces and they should sell. Here's my maybe a little guy. There he is. Say hi. He's apart. He's up and out. He's huge, so my arm was getting tired. Here's an Empire blow mold. It's like a sheep from the Nativity set. I think it's from like the 80s or something. I don't remember. Maybe 90s. It was $3 at a garage or a estate sale. I should be able to get 35 or 40 on that. It's super light too. Here's a bunch of Storytime Treasury books. They're all a bunch of fairy tales. They're the big, like, big huge books. They were, some of them were $1, some were 50 cents. I bought them at my local library. I recommend checking out your library. They may have a library sale where you can buy stuff. Mine has like a little bookstore, which you can buy books in on the weekend. And then also on Saturdays they put out a bunch of books they want to get rid of, kind of like older stuff that hasn't sold, and they mark it down significantly. Or if they have a bunch of it, like I've bought in Harry Potter's there. I bought whole sets of books, like a whole series that they had for super cheap, and I made lots of money. So I bought some Joy Hakeems there. The last set I bought was from there. So look out for, maybe check out your local library, see if that's an option. Then there were some clothing items. So Tory Richard, it's a pretty decent brand. Some of them sell better than others. I just liked that this one had some really great stuff going on, like graphics. There's like a beach scene, someone in a car, surfing, different stuff. So paid $5 for that. This is something, you know, really speaks to my inner self. I don't really know why I bought this, to be honest. That was a joke. On the front it says Ginger, which I believe is supposed to be like ginger, but it's Ginger, the tap dancer. It's on a satin and it says Boogie Woogie Mama's on the back. So I just saw it and I was like, I have to get this because there's someone in the world who's going to want this. So I paid $6 for it at the thrift store. I got it listed for like 60 or best offer. It's nothing crazy, but for some reason it just spoke to me, I guess. So, anywho, maybe that says more about me than the item. Here is a Cowboys Deion Sanders Nike jersey. It's got some cracking on it, kind of all over actually. It's not perfect. It was $5. I'm a Cowboys fan though, so I couldn't leave it there. It's a size extra large. I'll still list it and hopefully get 25 or 30 because he's still a pretty good player, even with the cracking it should sell. Here's a Guinness, a rugby style kind of polo here. Extra large. Missing the 1 tag, but it has a size tag. Has one little mark on the bottom I couldn't get out, but paid $6. Hopefully I'll get like 25 on that. And then lastly, Rain Spooner here. Double XL. It's got the surfboards on it. I paid $6 for this. I bought it because it's 2XL, and it's got these great surfboards and a great color pattern, so I figured someone would want it. So that wraps up this. Let me put stuff away, and then I'll bring back the last bit of stuff I want to show. Hey guys, back with should be the last part of the haul video. This is the stuff from that $400 lot, except for one thing. There's a lot more in the lot than just what's shown here. I have a bunch of video game stuff. Most of that's not shown. You can probably hear my son in the background, so I'm trying to do this again with one hand, so we'll see what we can do. Some stuff I pulled out of there was kind of odds and ends stuff. Here's a Jensen weather radio, brand new. One sold for $33, one sold for $23 on bids. It's brand new, so if I could get $25 on that, that'd be great. There's a Mattel Classic Football. It's the 2000 edition. It's sealed. I think that goes for like $30 or so. A Radio Shack cassette recorder, if it works, maybe $25 or $30. RF switch. It's brand new. Probably only like $15 or so there. Harry Potter said it looks to be complete. It's all bagged up. Has the manual. That might go for $80 bucks, I think is what it is. Didn't look up the Toy Story, but it is sealed. Didn't look up the computer gun yet. Actually, I did. I couldn't find it. It's from 1979, so maybe there'll be some money there. The Dominator controller here, I think, goes with the NES, if I'm not mistaken. I got to find the cord, see if I have it. One sold for like $40 with a cord, so if not, there might be some money there. Probably one of the best things is this timeout game here. Some have sold for as high as $120. Some are listed for like $200. So that'd be pretty cool if that sells. There's a Nano Bunny there that sold for $50 already. I have no idea what this little guy is. I'm supposed to look him up. I know, tell me about it. There's a Tamagotchi, the candy one sold for like 30 shit, so that's pretty cool. SP case looks to be new. I usually sell the used ones for at least 10, so that's cool. Game Boy Color, missing the battery cover. If it works though, probably still $25. Beavis and Butthead Final Words handheld. One of those sold for $25 shipped, brand new. There's no other ones listed, so hopefully at least $25 there. Space Armada, probably 20 bucks. This Hellraiser Pinhead is from Comic-Con, I think in the 2000s. It ended up selling for, I think, like 70, 80 bucks, and a lot of them are listed for 80 or 90. So that's pretty cool. And then lastly, oh, two things. Here's a Harry Potter set. This one's sealed. I think goes for about 50 bucks. This one is officially sealed, so that's great. It's an older Harry Potter set. It was only 10 bucks it came on, so that's a cool one right there. And here's the one that bums me out the most. Pokemon Mini. Look up the Pokemon Mini. If you have a one out of the box, it's about $122 with the cartridge. I looked in everything I bought, and this thing is not in here. I have the cartridge, I have the box, but I don't know where the Mini is. I remember when I was at his sale, there was another box of stuff that wasn't included in the deal. It wasn't really video games, it was more odds and ends stuff, just weird stuff in there, but for some reason I thought I saw the Mini at some point, and I thought it was in my box, but maybe it was in that box, so I'm hoping I can go back this weekend and find it, because I'd like another 100 and something bucks. That'd be pretty cool. If not, I'll probably just sell it with just the box and this, and I might get 20 bucks or something for it. So that's all that stuff. Over here is a garment. I picked this up at a thrift store for $8. It's one of the Lifetime Maps one, LMT. If you look at the model number, it'll say like, usually it's like Nuvi 255 LMT, which is like Lifetime Maps. Those ones, I think that's what it's called. Those ones do better. So I think I paid $8. I'll probably get hopefully like 30 for it, and it ships super easy. It comes with the charger and the little mount thing here, and another cord, I think, to hook it up to your computer, maybe? I don't remember. Somewhere, and it came with the instruction manual. When I bought it, I put it in the car on the way home, and it did work, so I know it's good. But yeah, this is some of the odds and ends stuff out of that box. I still see some money here. I spent $400, which is a lot, but honestly, if all of this sells pretty well, this will be close to that $400. I mean, we have 80 on the game, 50 on that, 25 there, 25 there, 30 there. If I can get like 75 or 80 here, 20, 25, 10 or 20, maybe 30 here, 50 here, 120 here. Game Boy, if it works, that's 25. I mean, before you know it, you've gotten close to your 400 in sales right there. And then on top of that, we have, like I said, 2 PS3s, 2 360s, 4 or 5 64s, a Super Nintendo, 3 PS2s I think it is, a ColecoVision, a wood grain Atari system, a bunch of PS3 and PS4 games, not a bunch, but a good amount, and a bunch of odds and ends of having gone through, plus 360 controllers, all kinds of stuff. So it's definitely a lot. If everything goes well, though, I think I'll at least bring in what I spent, and I got to go back and try to find this thing. If I could find that guy, that'd be, you know, that's another $120 in sales, so that'd be awesome. So we'll look for that. Most of you guys may think I'm crazy, because you might not think it was worth it. I did pay a lot. You know, I'm not going to deny that. It's definitely coming up in spending, but I've been doing really well in the video games. If I sell the 2 PS3s, we're probably looking at $100 each of those. Plus the one 360 is like the elite one with a good hard drive size, so that should go closer to like $80. So we're almost at 400 in sales with just, you know, those 2, and then you add a Super Nintendo and a 64, and you're probably at 400 plus all the rest of the stuff. So pretty cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Again, it's a whole bunch of clips. Sorry it's broken up. Sorry my son's there. Sorry I have a little bit of congestion. It's been super cold and rainy in California, and I think it's catching up with me. If you have any questions, let me know. Wish you guys the best, and again, hopefully pray that we find this piece, because we want that. I don't think we'll get near what we could if we could just find that. And that's what it looks like. So if you ever see this Pokemon Mini, you need to get that. It's very valuable. So take care.